Today, we're exploring the intricate and strategic relationship between Julius Caesar and Cleopatra. This was more than a legendary romance, it was a masterclass in political strategy that shaped the destinies of Rome and Egypt. Let's dive into the details and uncover how their alliance was a calculated move in the grand game of power. Julius Caesar and Cleopatra first crossed paths in 48 BC, a meeting that was anything but accidental. At that time, Cleopatra was locked in a bitter struggle for the Egyptian throne with her brother, Ptolemy XIII. Egypt, a land of immense wealth and strategic importance, was a prized ally for any Roman leader, and Cleopatra knew this well. Cleopatra was a master strategist. She recognized that aligning herself with Caesar, fresh from his victory in the Roman civil war against Pompey, could provide her the military support she needed to secure her throne and protect Egypt's interests. Caesar, on the other hand, saw an opportunity to extend Rome's influence over a crucial region. The stakes were incredibly high for Cleopatra. If she failed to secure Caesar's support, she risked losing her throne and possibly her life. Understanding the precarious nature of her situation, Cleopatra employed every resource at her disposal, including her renowned charm and intelligence. Her approach to Caesar was not just an act of desperation, but a calculated political maneuver. She knew that Caesar, with his ambitions and need for allies, would find the proposition of an alliance mutually beneficial. Their meeting was a turning point, setting the stage for a partnership that would reshape the ancient world. One of the most famous stories about their initial encounter is Cleopatra's dramatic entrance. According to legend, she had herself smuggled into Caesar's chambers rolled up in a carpet. This bold move was not just for show. It was a calculated risk designed to capture Caesar's attention and secure his support. Cleopatra's audacity and charm worked. Caesar was impressed. Their alliance was sealed, and each partner brought significant assets to the table. Cleopatra offered Caesar access to Egypt's vast resources, including its grain supply, which was crucial for feeding Rome's population. Additionally, Egypt's wealth could help fund Caesar's political ambitions. In return, Caesar's military might and political influence bolstered Cleopatra's position in Egypt. Together they were able to defeat Ptolemy XIII, allowing Cleopatra to reclaim her throne. This victory was not just a personal triumph for Cleopatra, but a strategic win for Caesar, who now had a powerful ally in Egypt. Their relationship also produced a son, Ptolemy XV Caesar, commonly known as Caesarion, meaning Little Caesar. This child was a symbol of their union and a potential future leader who could unite the Roman and Egyptian realms. Cleopatra's ambitions were clear. She hoped Caesarion would one day rule both Rome and Egypt, forging a new, powerful empire. Cleopatra's vision for Caesarion extended beyond mere political power. She envisioned a cultural fusion that would bring together the best of both civilizations. Educated in the traditions of both Rome and Egypt, Caesarion was groomed to embody the strengths of each culture. Cleopatra meticulously planned his upbringing, ensuring he was well-versed in Roman military tactics and governance, as well as Egyptian religious and cultural practices. This dual education was designed to make him a unifying figure, capable of bridging the divides between Rome and Egypt. Cleopatra's strategic foresight in preparing her son for a role of unprecedented influence underscores her deep understanding of the complex political landscape and her relentless ambition to see her legacy endure through Caesarion. Back in Rome, Caesar's association with Cleopatra was met with mixed reactions. The Roman elite were wary of Cleopatra's influence and the potential shift in power dynamics. Despite this, Caesar openly displayed his support for Cleopatra. He even erected a golden statue of her in the Temple of Venus Genetrix, which was a bold statement of her significance. Cleopatra's presence in Rome was not just about maintaining her relationship with Caesar, It was also a strategic move to embed herself in Roman politics. Living in Caesar's villa across the Tiber, she was treated with the respect due to a monarch, causing quite a stir among the Roman public and elites. Cleopatra's influence over Caesar was evident, and she used her time in Rome to build alliances and secure her position. She understood that her fate and that of her son were tied to the shifting political landscape of Rome. The turning point in their story came on the Ides of March 44 BC, when Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators led by Brutus and Cassius. This event plunged Rome into chaos and had a profound impact on Cleopatra. With Caesar's death, her position in Rome became untenable, and she returned to Egypt to focus on consolidating her power there. Back in Alexandria, Cleopatra knew that her survival depended on adapting to the new power dynamics in Rome. She began to maneuver politically, seeking to align herself with the next rising star in Roman politics. This led her to Mark Antony, one of Caesar's most trusted generals and a key player in the power struggle following Caesar's death. Rome, meanwhile, was plunged into another civil war as Mark Antony and Octavian, Caesar's appointed heir, vied for control. Cleopatra, ever the shrewd strategist, saw an opportunity in this conflict. She met with Antony in Tarsus in 41 BC, and their meeting was legendary for its grandeur and splendor. Cleopatra's arrival on a golden barge, dressed as the goddess Aphrodite, was a calculated move designed to impress and seduce Antony. Just as she had done with Caesar, Cleopatra used her charm and political acumen to secure an alliance. Antony, captivated by Cleopatra, forged a partnership that was both romantic and strategic. Antony and Cleopatra's relationship was marked by indulgence and excess, but beneath the surface, it was a strategic alliance aimed at consolidating power and resources. Together, they sought to establish a new power base in the East, challenging Octavian's dominance in Rome. Their ambitions soon brought them into direct conflict with Octavian. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. Antony and Cleopatra's combined forces were defeated by Octavian's fleet, marking the beginning of the end for both their reigns. Following their defeat, Antony and Cleopatra's story took a tragic turn. Antony, believing Cleopatra was dead, took his own life. Cleopatra, facing capture and humiliation, chose to end her life as well, famously by the bite of an asp. Their deaths marked the end of an era, and Octavian, soon to be Augustus, would go on to establish the Roman Empire. The relationship between Julius Caesar and Cleopatra is a fascinating study in how personal alliances can be deeply intertwined with political strategy. Their union was not merely a romance, but a calculated partnership aimed at securing power and influence. Cleopatra's ability to navigate the turbulent waters of Roman politics, first with Caesar and later with Antony, showcases her extraordinary strategic acumen. Through their story, we see how love, politics, and power can shape the course of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most compelling chapters of the ancient world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow history buffs, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating historical tales. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos.